very likely that you've heard on the news recently about a cyber attack which is going to be coming in the next couple of weeks. In fact, here is a story on the Sky News website showing about the attacks that are coming and telling people that they've got 2 weeks to prepare for this. But you may be wondering, how should you prepare? How should you check to see whether your computer is already infected, and what can you do to actually stop it being infected? And I've received quite a few emails from clients and a few messages from clients of mine asking exactly what they can do to protect themselves. Now, I don't for a second think that there's any way to 100% guarantee your computer won't be infected or guarantee it isn't protected, but there's certainly things you can do to minimize the risk or to reduce the risk as much as is possible. And there are quite a few ways of doing this, but what I'm trying to do in this short video is just give you a few ideas on some of the things you can do to try and protect your computer. And the options I'm going to give you here are free. As I say, there are other options. There are lots of paid programs you can use, and I'm not saying any of those are wrong. I'm just trying to show you at least one method that you can follow that will improve the chances of your computer being safe. Now, I fully recommend that you certainly do something to check that your computer is okay before the 2-week period is up. I also recommend that you do things to protect your computer so that it is protected from any sort of future attacks, any future viruses, any future any sort of web attack. And again, you may want to do your own research and find your own methods. Other people will recommend other methods of doing this, but like I say, I'm just wanting to recommend a method here which will at least help you. I'm not for a second suggesting this is the best way. I'm not suggesting it is the only way, but it is just a method that won't cost you anything, that won't take you very long, but will do two things. The first one is check to see whether your computer is infected at the moment, and then secondly, we're going to look to see how you can protect your computer to reduce the chances of any of these attacks happening to you. So first and foremost, let's look at how we can check to see if our computers are affected at the moment. And for this, we're going to use a free program that is offered by Mcafee, who are a very, very big, very well respected antivirus company. Now, to find the software, if you just do a search in Google and search for Mcafee Stinger, Stinger, just like that, and in your results, let me just move the screen over so you can see this, you'll see at the top here, Stinger Mcafee free tools. If we just click on there, that takes you into this page. Let me move around again so I can always get the best bit on the screen. And what we need to do here, this is the page for Mcafee Stinger. There are notes on how to use it here. You can obviously click those if you like. But then all we're going to do is download the Stinger. So we press the button here. This opens up a huge page that has the license for this software. Obviously, if you want to, you're welcome to read all the details there. And then at the very bottom of the page, there is a button that says download now. We click on that, and that lets us save a file called stinger32.exe. What we need to do is click save that to somewhere on our computer. I will actually just save that to my desktop, so you can save that wherever you like, and we will save that program. What you then need to do is go to your desktop and find exactly where that is saved and double click on it to run the program. So when I've run the program, I get a box that says like this: do you want to run this file? I'm going to click run. Or attempt to click run. There we go. And that is then loading the program. You have again got the license information there. You need to click I accept. Obviously you have to check yourself that you accept this. I'm nothing to do with this program personally. I use it and I have successfully used it, but you need to decide yourself if it is right for you, your computer, your company. And click the button there and it just opens up this program. So very simply now, all you need to do is click the scan button and that will go through and check all of the programs on your system. Now it could take some time. The first check I used this on my computer, it took over an hour and a half to do, but it went through absolutely everything, checked all the files. If it finds any of the threats that are in this, the current problem that we're being warned about, it will automatically find them and it will automatically clean them off your computer. So this is a very, very simple way. Once you've got this on your computer, if you want to use it again in a few weeks' time, you can just load it again and do another scan. And so to me, this is a very, very good way, very cheap as it's free and very simple to run, and it will search for and get rid of any of the problem areas and problems that we are hearing about in the news at the moment. So let me move that out of the way, and we'll now go on to the second part, which is to protect your computer. So what can we do to protect so that we don't have any issues like this happening in the future? There are 3 sections to this. The first one is very, very simple, and this is just be very, very careful about opening any attachments in emails, and this is even emails from your friends. According to the news story, the hack attacks will appear as attachments in emails. Sometimes these emails may appear as though they are actually from your friend now, or a friend of yours. You need to be very, very careful. If there are any attachments in emails that you receive, don't click on them. What they're warning with this particular attack is if you see these attachments and you click on them, if it is a virus, then that will straight away go into your computer, will watch what you're doing on your computer, any bank details that you enter on your computer, it could actually send these to the hackers, and so they could be attacking your bank or getting into your bank, which is obviously not something you want to happen. So that is part 1 of our protect. That is just being very, very careful about any attachments that we open. Secondly, you may already have virus software on your computer. If you have, then that is fine. But if not, then you should get some. Here is a very simple way of getting some virus software on your computer that won't cost you anything. If again you come to Google and search for Avira free, here are the results you will get. Let me move this down a little bit, and if you click on this one here that says Avira free antivirus, download the best free antivirus software. And basically here there is a free virus software download from a company called Avira. You'll see this logo here on everything Avira, and then there is a free download point here. I'm not going to show you how to do that. It's quite easy to do and follow. You may already have virus software. If you have, you won't need this, but if you haven't, I would fully recommend this as some antivirus software to use on your computer. So that is part 2, that is antivirus software. Part 3 is firewall software. If you haven't got firewall software, then what I would suggest you do is again come to your search box. I've been using the search box on my browser here, but you of course could just go to google.co.uk, which would of course look like this, and you could search in here for Zone Alarm free. Search for Zone Alarm free, and that will come up with all these results here. Let's check you can see those properly, and in these here you can look for free firewall software from Zone Alarm. If you come into here, then there is the free download. Now just make sure you only choose the free option. They will also offer you an option of a paid version, but they will give you a free trial use of it. You may decide you want to go for that, but what I would recommend is you just go for their free firewall software, because it is perfectly good. What the firewall software does is stops people being able to hack into your computer and actually look at the files on there, etc. That's in very simple terms, that's what it is. But again, this is something that I would fully recommend you have on your computer. So there we have it. That hopefully will give you some methods there to do several things. Firstly, check to see whether you are already infected by some of the problems that we are being warned about at the moment. And secondly, take 3 steps to protect yourself from the attacks or any other attacks in the future. I hope you found that useful, and I hope you will certainly go out and follow these instructions or do your own research and work out your own method of protection from these attacks. Whichever method you decide to follow, please do make sure that your computer is as protected as it can be before any of these attacks or future attacks happen. I hope you found this useful, and thank you very much.